So problem number 2 on the practice worksheet. I'm not answering the questions that are actually on the piece of paper. I want to do it as a 4-step process all the way through. So we are starting with state. You should get in the habit, I should take the time to do this, but since we only have 10 minutes, I want to get as far as we can. You should get in the habit of reading through this problem, circling, underlining, writing symbols for anything that should be there. So weights of newborn children in the U.S. vary according to normal distribution. I should circle normal there. With a mean of 7.5 pounds, I should circle that and write mu. With a standard deviation of 1.25 pounds, that's my sigma. The government classifies a newborn as having a low birth weight if the weight is less than 5.5 pounds. So I want to do this one as part B, 4-step. So part A is saying probably the X is less than that. I don't want to do that one. So we're going to do a 4-step process with B. So first thing I need to state is my population. And what is my population? I usually start population with all. All what? All newborn babies in the U.S. What? Thank you. And I just go with exact wording. So all newborn, I would say children, just because it's the way it's written on there. All newborn children in the U.S. So what is our sample? Don't overthink this. The 3 babies that were chosen at random. And it's, and I don't like because it switches to babies that were chosen at random. So again, the 3 doesn't really matter, but it needs to be the ones specifically that I chose. It's showing I'm somehow specifying that. So usually saying the 3 helps specify that. What's the next thing I need to write? And I'm defining mu as the mean what? Mean birth weight. Now, some people are going to get a lot more specific here. And mean birth weight of all newborn children in the U.S. Why do I not really need to state that? I've already clearly stated the population, so I'm saying I want this for that group. Yeah, I think that's all it said. Okay, so then the next thing I need is P parentheses, and this one is going to be written as P parentheses what? So that's all I need for state. So I guess if I'm writing colors, I would have written this one in orange, but that doesn't really matter. All right, so plan, what's the first thing I need to do? So my 10% condition. What is my equation for 10% condition? And which one do I know, capital N or lowercase n? Which is? And so I write that out in words and say what? And then just by habit, usually, and I'm not switching colors now, I probably should have, but usually just go back and check. Doesn't matter if you do or not. So my next condition is, now I don't actually have to write out like a number 1 or a number 2 here, but I often reference that when I'm having conversation. Are we choosing route 1 or route 2? Well, better be 1 because our sample size is 3. So I don't need to like write a 1 here. I'm just choosing to go that path. So what do you think I should actually write? And usually I'll say is like it's stated that somewhere. Problem stated. And now I don't care here if you literally say population distribution or you go with the wording and it says the weights of newborn children in the U.S. Either one of those is fine. Stated that the population distribution and this one it said is normal. It didn't say that it was approximately normal. But I have to end this with so we can use normal approximation. So I'm good to go with both of those. I can continue on to do. What are the things that the problem gives me that I need to write down? Sample size, which is 3. It also gives me mu, which is and it gives me sigma, which is first equation I plug in mu of x bar, which equals mu. So I plug in my number. Somewhere I'd write pounds, whether I write it there, in here. Now sigma of x bar equals sigma over square root n. So this is going to be 1.25 over square root of what? Don't have this in front of me. 1.25 divided by square root 3, which gives me 0.7217, which should always be smaller than your standard deviation because if I'm dividing it by a number, it should go down. And at this point, I now need to find out what? I'm probably going to get through do and stop. And I'm going to post this video. So like if you pack up before I'm done, that doesn't bother me at all. So z equals, so what number goes on top? What minus what? 5.5 minus 7.5 divided by 0.7217, which is negative 2 divided by 0.7217, which is negative 2.77. Oh, I didn't write this off to the side. So I'm finding the probability that my x bar is less than, is that right? Less than 5.5, which converts to being a z, less than negative 2.77. So I draw my line on the left because it's negative. I'm shading to the left because it says less than. And then so this is where you would finish the problem from here. I just want to make sure that I got through a problem where I got through both of the conditions.